So today I'm going to try to make Daenerys' top and gloves. So you want to start by taking some black felt and wrap it around your torso, and then take a sewing pin and put that just below your bust line, and then take a second one and put that in the center right about where your waist starts. And then take another one and put one on each side of your body right below your armpits so that you know how high you want the halter top to be. And then put one on each side directly down from that so you know how wide the front of your torso is. And then you're just going to cut up from that lowest pin to the low ones on each side and then go sideways. And that sideways part will be what will wrap around your back. So do the same thing going the other way, starting at the lowest pin, kind of making an upside down triangle. Go up to the lower of the two side pins and sideways. So then at the very top in the center, you want to cut out kind of a round-edged triangle that will allow for the bust. And then you just round it further out to go over by the pin that you put under your armpits and cut all the way down to elongate that strip on the side. You do the same thing on both sides. Help from the cat is optional. And then those two will go around your back to hold the halter top on. So then I took some distressed brown fabric because again I couldn't find anything that looked like the woven reeds that she had. So I laid that out wrong side up and put the black felt on it to give it weight. And then I cut out the brown fabric, leaving about an inch wider than the black fabric all the way around. When you get to the part in the middle, you don't cut out the triangle, leave it flat, because it's going to get scrunched down later. And so then any place where there's a curve, you're going to cut it so that it can fold all the way up around the black felt. You just sew that in place all the way around the black felt. So here it is after I've sewn it. And you do see a stitch line on the front, but it really doesn't look that bad, so it's easier than gluing it, but you can also glue it if you want. So then in that center part there, where that triangle is, you just want to run a line of thread through it and scrunch it down. And what that does is it bunches it up to allow room for the bust. The bigger your bust is, the more you'll have to scrunch it to allow for more room. And then just tie the thread off on the back side. So that's what that should look like now. So then I just took 3 pieces of bias tape. You can also use brown ribbon. You just want to sew 2 pieces, one on each side on the top and bottom, and those will tie around the back side. So then take 3 pieces of dark brown alova, long strips about 2 inches wide, and tie those off. And then you'll just braid those to a nice long braid. Tie off the ends with another piece of brown ribbon. And so then that braid is what's going to hold the halter top around your neck. So you want to make sure that it's extra long because you'll cut it off after you measure it. So put on the halter top and then pin your braid in place on each side where it needs to go. And then you'll cut off the excess in the center and you'll sew that on. So the ties tie in the back and the braid slips over your head. So just sew the braid on along the top where you had it measured and pinned. And then that should go around your neck when you're wearing the halter top. So for the pin that she wears with it, just draw a circle on some cardboard and cut that out. And then once you've got your circle, you want to cut out the interior so that it becomes a ring instead of a circle, just like that. And then cut out a pin-shaped piece out of the cardboard. And so take some Elmer's glue and go over both pieces of the cardboard and paint them metallic silver. And then measure out where the ring needs to go and drill 2 holes. And I enlarged them with scissors because they weren't big enough. And then lay the ring on there and push the pin through the 2 holes, and that will hold the ring right on there. And for the gloves, I just took the excess strip from the braids and wrapped them around my hands. Everyone's so worried about the fact that winter is coming. I gotta be honest, I'm actually looking forward to getting 8 inches of snow.